piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts.
Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
This will go to Henry out wide. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. To throw is Wilson. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter.
Now Brown, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Henry. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Now the Washington offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here. Kaepernick looking to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And the Titans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. After the penalty, they only needed a yard. They thought they could get it across. They could not.
The right play, the right call, even though it was unsuccessful. When you have 1 yard to get, how many times
count on your offense?
Exactly. How many times have we heard a team say that? If you can't get 1 yard in this situation, well, they're
taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown Titans.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And no return on this one. It's the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Throwing now is Kaepernick. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A huge play there for Washington.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second and goal from the 1. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has retaken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Wilson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now, first down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now. There's so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Steps away to his left. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick eluding the pressure right. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He's going deep for Brown. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Kaepernick. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again is Wilson. Jones goes diving, and he's got it. That last pass might be one he remembers, Charles. He's now over 40,000 career passing yards.
And just think of the evolution of the passing game in the NFL. 40,000 at one time was unthinkable. No one thought anyone would ever get there. Now, how many guys have done it in the NFL?
Yeah, right around 20.
So we're talking a good number that have gotten that done, throwing the ball downfield. He's got a lot to be proud of and a lot more left to accomplish.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys have now moved out in front. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw, Kaepernick. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Kaepernick. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how I just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. Kaepernick to throw again. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Try to keep.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. 2nd and 14. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's Wilson. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On play action, it's Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown, Washington. Stephon Sullivan, his first touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Jonathan Allen picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Russell Wilson. A 9-yard touchdown run as they have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now he dumps this off over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They do go for it. It's Kaepernick. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jeffrey Simmons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he will have a Titans 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Check.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Kaepernick. To the right side and complete to Thomas.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st down, Gibson. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
No gain on the play there, second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That's the way. Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15. Right here, right here. Hey, look. One flip. Hey, Mike's 15. Mike's 15. Watch the pass.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now a throw here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A first down carry for Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Single receiver. Hey, you're over there. Single receiver.
Wilson to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Throwing now is Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now Kaepernick. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
To throw is Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Kaepernick to throw. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Back to throw, Kaepernick. Pass complete, Samuel. A gain of 6 there on first. Back to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Steps away to his left. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This to potentially send us to overtime. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, we were prepping for overtime up here in the booth, partner. Thought for sure we were destined for OT. And then the chip shot field goal, no good. A tough loss.
Oh, without question, because when you're saying prepping, I was locked in. I think you were too. We're going to overtime. I was already gathering my thoughts about, okay, how do we start? What happens with the coin toss? Who's going to play defense first? And I have to admit, I'm in a little bit of shock that he missed that field goal.
I'm absolutely still in shock. Just a tough way to end it. So for the Titans,
They get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year.
and they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next